The MotoGP paddock is buzzing after Toprak Razgatlıoğlu made his official pre-season debut last week in Malaysia, and the scene was far from smooth sailing. The Turkish sensation, fresh from his dominance in World Superbike, faced a steep learning curve that quickly became apparent on the Sepang tarmac. Fans and pundits alike were left wondering, is Toprak ready to take on the fiercest grid in motorcycle racing, or is the honeymoon phase over sooner than expected? From the very first laps, the drama unfolded. Razgatlıoğlu struggled to find rhythm, finishing the opening day of testing in 20th place, the slowest of the full-time riders. Yamaha's decision to pull the M1 off track on day 2 due to engine concerns only heightened the tension. By the final day, he returned with a restricted power unit, closing out in 18th. It was a clear signal. MotoGP is a different beast, and even a world Superbike champion cannot simply transpose talent without the adaptation. But this is more than just raw lap times. Razgatlıoğlu's transition from WSBK to MotoGP is a masterclass in patience, learning and adaptation under pressure. The Superbike champion is not merely riding a new bike, he is recalibrating everything. From corner entry angles to throttle control to master Michelin tyres and the unique physics of the M1. Yamaha CEO Paolo Pavesio confirmed in an interview with that Razgatlıoğlu has begun to grasp the magnitude of the challenge, acknowledging that the honeymoon period with the Yamaha team has officially ended. While fans often scrutinise lap times, insiders know that the priority during these tests is adaptation rather than speed. Razgatlıoğlu's focus has been on syncing with the M1's character and understanding the nuances of MotoGP machinery. Pavesio highlighted that the M1 was tailored to Toprak's feedback, yet significant adjustments in riding style are now required. He is a smart rider, he has a supportive team, and an excellent crew chief, Pavesio noted, but he also realizes that evolution is necessary. The honeymoon is over. Now the work begins. One of the key hurdles is tyre management. Transitioning from Pirelli in WSBK to Michelin in MotoGP has forced Razgatlıoğlu to rethink braking points, lean angles, and mid-corner throttle application. Comparisons with his teammate Jack Miller have offered insight, but also exposed gaps, particularly in sustained corner speed. Razgatlıoğlu openly admitted that his world SBK rival Nicolo Bulega might have initially seemed better prepared for MotoGP, demonstrating Toprak's candid self-awareness, a trait that could serve him well as the season progresses. Toprak's move to Pramac in June last year sent shockwaves through the paddock. The 29-year-old now carries the weight of expectation, not only to match his WSBK prowess, but to demonstrate that he can handle the relentless pace and technical demands of MotoGP. Early signs show promise. He has forged a strong working relationship with crew chief Alberto Giribuola, who previously collaborated with Enea Bastianini at Tech 3. That rapport will be crucial as Yamaha continues to refine the M1 setup to suit Toprak's riding style. Interestingly, Yamaha had to remove rear aerodynamic components due to MotoGP regulations, which may have impacted lap times and stability, adding another layer of complexity to his debut tests. But the upcoming days at Buriram will provide more answers, with 2 additional testing sessions scheduled before the season opener on February 27th. Observers will be watching closely. Can Razgatlıoğlu turn early struggles into a competitive edge, or will the adjustment period define his first MotoGP season? Toprak Razgatlıoğlu's story is not just about one rider's transition. It's a case study in how even elite talent must adapt to the pinnacle of motorcycle racing. The contrast between WSBK and MotoGP is stark. Bike geometry, tyre behaviour, electronics and aerodynamic sensitivity all demand evolution in riding style. For Yamaha, the challenge is mutual, developing the M1 to align with Toprak's instincts while maintaining competitive performance. In many ways, these early tests are a litmus test of resilience, intelligence, and adaptability. Razgatlıoğlu's candid recognition of his weaknesses, coupled with his proactive learning from Miller, reflects a rider who is committed to mastering the craft rather than simply chasing fast laps. If he can internalize these lessons quickly, he could transform initial setbacks into a strong competitive foundation for 2026. The honeymoon may be over, but the real story is just beginning. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu is on a steep learning curve, and the MotoGP world will be watching every twist, turn, and throttle input as he adapts to the ultimate test of motorcycle racing. One of the most intriguing aspects of Razgatlıoğlu's debut is his willingness to study his teammate Jack Miller closely. Observing Miller's cornering lines, braking technique, and throttle modulation has provided Toprak with a template, but he is learning that what works for one rider doesn't automatically work for another. The process is painstaking, yet it is exactly the kind of analytical approach that separates fast rookies from true championship contenders. MotoGP is not just a test of skill, it is a test of endurance. The physical demands on the rider are immense, from managing extreme lean angles to withstanding high G-forces in braking zones. For Toprak, who spent years in WSBK, adapting his body to the rigors of the M1 will be as crucial as refining his riding style. Mentally, the constant flow of data from electronics and telemetry adds another layer of complexity, requiring razor-sharp focus over multiple sessions. Despite finishing near the back of the timesheets, Toprak has already begun contributing valuable feedback to Yamaha engineers. Observations on engine braking, traction control, and chassis balance are helping the team refine the M1, not just for him, but potentially for the wider grid. This collaborative approach signals that while the results may not yet impress, the foundation for long-term performance is being carefully laid. Michelin tyres, a constant variable in MotoGP, are proving to be a tough teacher. Razgatlıoğlu must adjust to differences in grip, heat cycles, and wear patterns, particularly in long corners where his WSBK experience is less applicable. Understanding these nuances will be essential for race pace, as tyre management is often the difference between a strong finish and a mid-pack result. Modern MotoGP machinery is highly complex, with electronics playing a decisive role in performance. Razgatlıoğlu's challenge includes interpreting real-time data from multiple sensors and translating it into actionable riding adjustments. From engine maps to anti-wheelie settings, each session is a learning opportunity. And any mistake can cost precious tenths on the clock.